And we are live. Wednesday night with those guys and Wednesday night with those guys are sponsored by
So,
guys. And we are live. Wednesday night with those guys and Wednesday night with those guys are sponsored.
that was me, of course.
Yes, it is Wednesday night with those guys. And as you know, Wednesday night with those guys is sponsored by those guys. Welcome, everyone. Welcome. And I hope you've been able to get out and fly your drones. If the weather has been nice where you are and you've been able to get out and fly, let me know what the temperature is like where you are. It's getting a little cold here. It was not too bad today, but the temperatures they claim are supposed to drop overnight. I don't know. Listen, it goes up and down here this time of the year, and we usually sit around like a good 50 or so degrees or so. Yeah, between there. And then winters usually rock around the 40s, like a refrigerator. You know, but yeah, that's it on the weather here. But probably been able to get out and fly today. It was pretty good. It wasn't too bad. There was a little sun out there. What you think, Lawrence? Did you get out?
Okay, I had my hoodie on. It was good.
I didn't do much today except for some computer stuff. And
yeah, Wednesdays I don't do a whole lot either when there's a live stream. So, but it was nice enough to fly today. You could have flew. Here, it's a little chilly. What's happening is during the day, it's hitting anywhere from 50 to 68 degrees. And then at night, like tonight, it's supposed to drop down to the 30s. This weekend, Saturday and Sunday night, Saturday and Sunday night, overnight, it's supposed to drop down to the 20s.
Wow.
So winter cometh soon.
Yeah.
Warren says 70s here, but very windy.
Oh,
freezing rain, Gary says. Gary, keep that freezing rain up there in Canada.
Keep everything you got up there, Gary.
Yeah. Hey, Matt Bagwell, how are you?
Keep it all up there. Keep it all up there.
Frank Rizzo said he's driving home. So drive safely, Frank Rizzo, so you don't have to type while you're driving, et cetera, et cetera. Click that like button if you haven't already.
I hate these little things for the Mini 2.
What are they?
They're supposed to hold the propellers from flapping around. They do that. They just don't stay on it just doesn't stay on the drone.
And what good are they?
It's like, you figure out you get like a child-proof thing for the kids, and then it's like they don't they figure out how to get through it.
Yeah.
Like the kid that climbs over the child-proof gate.
Yeah.
That's what it is.
Matt Bagwell is telling Gary to keep his snow and all that stuff up there. I'm like, yeah, we make our own snow. You can keep yours.
Yeah, exactly.
We don't need our own snow.
See, that's what it's supposed to look like when you put them on.
Okay, I gotcha. Interesting. They all these little third-party devices that they create for everything. Anyway, what's up with you, man? What's going on?
I'm good, I'm doing my thing. DJI didn't make those things, then for those things. They're starting to make accessories now and kick the third party to the side now.
Yeah. The only one that's still making a killing as third party is Decal Girl and these people who make decals for the birds.
Yeah, because look at what they did now. They're starting to sell the drones with some of these how everybody was getting the new gimbal guards. After we had started the craze with the ones for the Air 2S.
Duct tape and super glue for a prop holder. The Air 2S. For the Air 2S, those are okay. And the one you have for your Mavic, that little garter belt type of slide, that one's good too.
Yeah, but what I'm saying is that DJI wasn't making these type of gimbal guards.
Yeah, they
Now they are, you know.
Yeah, right. You watch everybody make parts for your shit, and then you come out with it.
You know, everyone I think had preferred that over the straps and the belts and
the
ball gags and stuff that they made for these drones. And I don't know.
I know. Some of them look a little weird, I must admit.
Definitely. I mean, after the one that they had, like the original ones for the Phantom 4 Pro or the Phantoms that had because all of the Phantoms had that with the one that clipped under the leg, that the leg held the piece around the camera to hold it in place. So as long as your legs didn't get smashed up, I guess your camera was safe.
I agree. Gary says DJI had horrible gimbal guards. They do. One looks like a ball and chain type of they go over the camera. They have a bunch of weird looking ones.
Well, the one for the mini was just.
Oh, Warren said, what's a ball gag?
Never mind.
Yeah, I know. He's trying to be funny. Google it.
Go back to your vacation pictures.
Oh. He said, go back to your vacation pictures. Wow. That's funny. Anyway, don't forget to click that like button.
It's all in fun.
Welcome to Wednesday Nights with those guys. We're back. You know, we do a little bit of drone tech talk and a little bit about what's going on in the drone community. And we talk about a few things that others can't seem to find on the internet.
No, I mean, it's there. I mean, it ain't no hard way to find it, but I'm just saying it's there. I mean, you know, I just see a lot of things happening in the drone community that we spoke about a few years back and told you certain things, and it's like, wow, like, damn. They were being ugly about it 6-7 years ago.
Right.
You know, and here we go right back to where we were 6-7 years ago. You know, you remember the whole argument, is it an aircraft or isn't it an aircraft? Remember that whole argument?
Yep.
Yeah, that went on for a little while until everyone had just come to the conclusion on what the hell a damn aircraft was.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But it soon will be cold across the United States, and most of the people will be indoors. I'm hoping that we have sort of like a warm winter, but I don't think
wet.
I don't think so. Yeah, it's going to be nasty this winter.
It's going to be a wet winter. It's already wet.
We got to see what the Farmer's Almanac says. I know.
Wet. We got to see what the Farmer's Almanac says.
Yeah, you know, they still print that thing.
It's going to be wet.
It's going to be wet. Wet your finger.
You tell them I said that.
Okay. Hey, Johnny Drone, what's up? How are you?
You know what it is? You can look at the fruits and vegetables, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then it'll tell you what you're looking at for the.
Hey, Johnny Drone Flyer, you're
That's
early.
What you do. Then they look at how the birds react to it.
True. True. The birds. Johnny says, "What's up, Herman?"
Johnny, what's going on, man?
The birds aren't getting out of town yet. But once you see them,
they'd be all right. They're up there. They're doing their thing. But we got a couple of things to talk about tonight. Just a few things,
right?
A few things that I don't know. Is Draymond in the chat? I don't know if he's.
I don't know. It might be a little early for him. He usually comes in about the second.
Well, you know, this is early here. Like we're the first stream of Wednesday night. You know.
Mm-hmm.
You know, we come in and like
Yeah, you got some stuff to show, right?
What?
You got some stuff to show. You told me to remind you.
Well, I have it here. I mean,
Oh, good.
Draymond sent me a little thing.
Yes, he
I
sent
forgot
those
to show
guys.
you um last week. Right here, nice little hat. You can see that right there, right there.
Yes, yes, yes. And we are fortunate to be a couple of the lucky guys that that got white hats that were sent out. So we appreciate
he sent me his business card.
Yeah. Yes, and a sticker, which I have
like
right here.
I don't know. Oh, yeah, the sticker is in here.
Big Matt, what's good, man? We missed you.
What's up, Big Matt? Was Big Matt here last week when I had to stick up?
We missed him. We did miss him.
Oh, I mean, because
what's good, Big Matt? Hey, John Olson, did you
Big Matt to the curb there on your?
Oh, stop.
And
hey, John Olson, did you
coffee
pre-flight checklist that I sent you on Messenger?
I don't know. Are you seeing it straight on your side there?
Yes. Yeah, it's fine. Looks good here.
Because it's in reverse on my side.
Yes, it looks well. Yeah, I have my camera flipped also.
Now, you know what? I actually have one of these that Rob, see?
Yes, I have one also. His daughter, right?
Yeah, his daughter made them for us, and I have one from Roger, the Canadian Drone Hub.
Yeah.
I also have one from Wedge and Big. Now,
I have one from Wedge and Big as well.
If I continue to collect these mugs, I'm actually gonna end up collecting more pens.
More what?
Pens.
Oh.
Because what I normally do is I'll put them this and I just drop pens in them.
Oh, that's right. Matt Bagwell says, so does that make me little Matt or medium Matt? Definitely medium Matt, depending on your height, because Big Matt is taller than me and I'm 6'3". So yeah.
Big Matt is like, power forward size,
What are you saying about 6'6", 6'5", 6'6", 6'7", maybe? How tall are you, Big Matt? Honestly.
If we had a pickup game, he's playing center.
He said little Matt. Hey, Jody, what's up, man? Jody made it home. Frank Rizzo made it home. 6'7". Yeah, see, 6'7". Yeah, okay.
Okay, so by NBA
standards, definitely a lot taller than me. Everybody's little next to you, Big Mac. So what does it matter? Hey, Barkley. Yeah, right. Barkley, 4'6".
What's that? No, Barkley. We're talking about your height. Your height, Barkley.
He said his height, right? Not other things. I'm just saying.
Okay. Yeah.
Anyway, welcome to Wednesday night with those guys, where we talk a little bit about this and a little bit about that. In the drone community, stuff we've been talking about for years. That's starting to come fruition now. Oh, you're about to leave 5 towns. Oh, shoot.
Who?
The drone guy is about to leave 5 towns. I feel for you, man. Traffic sucks getting out of there.
I'm sorry.
If you're going past the airport.
Which way is he going?
I think traveling back to Staten Island. Rob Stanton, how are you, man?
Hey.
Rob Stanton, I already played the beta version of Call of Duty Modern Warfare 3, and I've already finished campaign mode days ago. I'm just going back collecting weapons and stuff like that. How are you, man? What's up, Rob?
I'm gonna stay in the middle lane till he passes the McDonald's.
Oh no, he's in Okay, he's in Five Town. So yeah, you're right. Stay in the middle lane all the way out of there. Oh, he's going to Jersey, even further.
But well, stay in the middle lane till you get past that last McDonald's, and then beat to that top to the far left lane. It'll take you into the lane that you need to be in to get right
to give you
into
that
the heavy
option of the
traffic
Van Wick.
on the belt.
Right, to give you the option of the Van Wick or the belt. You're right. Did you guys mention we were going to mention that, Barkley, about Art? So we might as well mention it now. Artco, that prayers are being sent out to him and his family members, etc. He experienced a heart attack, and we are all praying for him.
Yeah,
thank you, Barkley. We actually had it in the lineup to mention it. We did have it in the lineup to mention it. And I saw Bill Coast to Coast, he had put something on Facebook as well. Last night, Barkley says it happened.
I hope he's all right. He'll be well soon.
Yes. Herman, I play Call of Duty. What's your PlayStation name on it? Text. Not Herman. Herman don't play Xbox. I do. Angel. Hey, Waypoint.
Listen.
I'll text you.
That's Lawrence. That's Lawrence. And
what?
And I'm Herman. Lawrence is the one on the Xbox.
Yeah.
And I'm the one with the camera.
Right. I'll text you, Angel, my gamer tag. Yes, Art Coast Drone Solutions. Yes, so our prayers go out to him, and he may have a speedy recovery. I'm sure it'll be mentioned a few more times. Yes, definitely. We have to give support to fellow drone pilots.
Exactly what happened, but I did see it on Facebook, and I sent it to you as soon as I saw it.
Right. We were definitely, thanks for bringing it up, Barkley. We were definitely going to mention it during the live stream as well.
Actually, it was one of the very next things we would talk about before going into any other drone agenda. Yeah. Speak with them, and it's like you become like friends, long distance friends, and you become friends on Facebook, and you see the things that interest others when they post it, and you like it, and sometimes you'll really like it. You really like it because you read it, and you're like, oh, it's something that you remember from your childhood or whatever. And we share a lot on Facebook.
Right.
And it's like I said, we become these long distance friends. Even like things like with the South Florida drone meetup brought a lot of guys closer than just the faces and talking here on YouTube and stuff like that in the drone community. You know, those type of events brought out, and that's why I actually met face to face at the second annual South Florida drone meetup.
Yeah.
And like I said, you start, once you've seen a person so much on YouTube, you think you know a person, and then when you meet the person, it's like, now it's like that connection is made, that long distance friend, and it's like, when you hear something like this, it's like, I don't know, sometimes it feels like you lose it's like, wait a minute, that's my friend. I know this guy. Exactly. It's just like I told you the other day, we had an incident here where and I saw it in the news, and it's like you become so desensitized sometimes because you hear it so often about violence and shit like that in the news.
True.
And I heard the story, and I was like, wow, damn, that was crazy. The neighbor from downstairs came upstairs and shot the neighbor.
Right, I remember.
And his son over an argument about some noise.
Making too much noise, yeah.
And I said to myself, that's some craziness. And then when I'm just here the other day, they keep playing it over and over in the news. Not to get on this too long, but I'm looking at the pictures of the guy. And I'm like, oh, wait a minute, I know this guy. And it's like how small the world is. I know the guy that the guy came upstairs and shot the guy. I know the guy that got shot. Him and his son. So we live in a mad world, and sometimes, it gets crazy. It takes a piece of you when you start hearing stuff like this too often. But yeah, let's talk about something else.
Yeah, click that like button if you haven't already.
There's a new firmware update out there, Lawrence, for the Air 3. Supposedly fixes bugs. Oh, yeah, that. It fixes bugs, they claim.
Really?
Yeah, really. Fixes some bugs. Yeah, some bugs. And I'm quite sure everyone is aware of this. They're aware of this update that came out if you are a user of the aircraft. It is for the aircraft, it is the firmware version is 01.00.0700, and for the remote control, you have version 02.00.01.00. And as you know, for the RC2, there's also an update for that, which is version 01.00.05.00. And for the updated vaccine flu virus,
the N2,
the RCN2, that one is that one was actually for that one, and yeah, that the 0.05.00 is for the RCN2.
Okay.
Yeah, I got that. And there's also a fly app update that this is the ones that you hate, Lawrence, with all the fly app updates. But that that's 1.12.3. So if you have any issues with that,
because they're giving me the update and
you don't have the
it doesn't apply to me. So come on, DJI.
But see, that's the thing. DJI still, even though you don't have, they still like you to be up to date on the software that is being used. I don't know. That is just what it is.
Oh, John Olson says thank you for the flight list.
You're welcome.
The pre-flight checklist that we sent him, and he says dinner is done. I'm enjoying and want to thank you guys for the flight list. So if I get an Air 3, does that mean I get a motorcycle and a hot chick? That's funny. You could only wish.
You mean from the video?
Yeah.
I don't know. I think you gotta have the hot chick and the motorcycle first, and then you go buy the drone.
Oh shit! Waypoint New England. Hey Corey, what's good, man? What's good? Hey, Waypoint New England says she will find out you have a mini, Warren. Gotta love our drone community. Kick you when you're down. You get the drum roll, Waypoint, for that one. You get the drum roll for that.
That's
right
rough.
There.
That's
rough.
That
is. That's messed up.
That's rough. You know what that is? You know what that is?
What's that?
That's one of those moves. You talking about kick a man while he's down? Mm-hmm. He's down, right? He's trying to get up. He reaches up for you to help him up. you reach out, grab his hand, and kick him right in the rib cage.
Yeah, gotta love this. Gotta love below the belt. Gary says, "See, he knows." Hey, listen. Whatever it is, it is. That's all I can say. That's all I can say. Seriously. Now, question.
Yeah.
Have you tried live streaming from the drone since they've enhanced those features with the RC controller? Or anything? Or has anyone out there tried live streaming from any of the controllers, including the RC?
No, I have not.
Because I know there are people out there that were talking about trying it. Barkley, have you or anybody or Ken Heron tried live streaming?
I know Barkley does almost everything.
Yeah, he's
if there's anyone that tried it, Barkley might have tried it.
Well, I'm hoping to find out because I'm thinking about trying to live stream something from one of my drones, either the Air 2S or the Mavic 3. And I just want to know if anyone's had any experience doing it. Do they know anything about it?
Where are you going to go?
Is it a pain in the ass? I do know that Charlie and Drone Bum, Charlie Mafia, Drone Psych, and Drone Bum, Paulie, they stream on the weekends through their goggles. Right. But that's FPV. I want to know, has anyone tried it through any of the smart controllers?
Well, you know what? Let's try it this week.
You want to try it this week?
Yeah.
Okay.
We try it.
All right. Week. We can do that. We can definitely do that. I'm interested to know because I'd like to be able to just go live at a whim like that. If I went back to doing live streams, it would probably be live like that with a microphone.
Roaming reporter?
Yeah.
We're live on the street here in New York City. How do you feel about drones?
I don't live stream. I don't post videos either. Yeah, I've noticed. You just help people produce and make videos. Barkley is the drone, what you would call in the world of drones as
the
drone concierge. Everywhere. Yeah, the drone concierge. He knows where to go, what to do. You know,
he's there. If you when you turn around, there goes Barkley. He's there already.
Yeah, he's been there, done that. All right. Well, with that,
is that like the guy from the beer commercials, the Dusakis, the man of the universe, the man of the world? But you know what else is it started? Well, it's here. The 9th annual Skypixel photo and video contest.
Yeah,
it's here. And me personally, for something like this, I think that you need to start working on it as soon as the last year's show ends and they show like all of the contest winners. I think that's the best time to start working on this thing because they started taking entries on November 6th of this year. And that was about 2-3 days ago, 2 days ago. Yeah.
Yes.
Yeah. And their deadline to submit your entries is February 2nd of 24. So you got a little time to submit your entries. And this is not like some cut and paste and a little drag here and a little drag here.
No. This is really getting creative.
Music here and like fade out and this you got to really put your
foot into it.
Your elbow. Put both feet.
Gary.
Put both feet, both elbows, and a little bit of grease in there with it too. Because
that's true, Barkley.
I've seen some.
So we going to the SFDM. I answered yes, we are, Gary. We will be there this year. We had to skip a year. We were there the year before.
What? The South Florida Jomino?
This year we could.
You gonna be there, Gary?
Prior obligations and work. Are you gonna be there, Gary?
Are you gonna be there, Gary? But if you're gonna be there, I might just get real busy. have something to do on that weekend?
I could, Corey, but since
Gonna,
I'm sitting in
Gary's
front
gonna
of
bring snow down with
a
him.
50-inch screen TV,
No,
I
I'll
would
be
be
there, Gary.
blind by the end of the live stream.
What happened?
He's saying move closer to the camera, closer to the camera. It's eating, the background's eating my hat. I was saying I would love to, but I'm sitting in front of a 50-inch screen television, and any closer, I'm sure I'd be blind.
Well, how close are you?
Oh, Gary says he's going. How close am I? At arm's length.
Yeah. Because I'm closer
Arms.
to you then, actually.
Here, look, I can touch the camera right here like that. I'm that close.
So you're about as close as I am,
Camera's
or maybe I'm a little closer.
But see, if I was back like this, I would need a wireless keyboard. You understand? But I'm not trying to sit there. Yeah, I know. Gary was there last year. Hey, Michael Blades, what's up? How are you? The deal is we could not make it this year because of prior obligations and work. And but this year we will be there.
Well, it's actually next year.
Next year we will be there. Yeah.
So don't worry about it, Gary. I'll be there. You just be there. But yeah, there's got some they will announce the winners of this contest. Wow. They don't play. They announce their winners on March 19th of 24. So there's like a quick turnaround once you, they get they final submissions in.
He says his flight is booked, his suite is booked, and we've rented a convertible.
Really?
What's up, Maddie? How are you?
You know what? What's up, Maddie? You sure you want to run a convertible? I don't want you like to jinx the day or nothing like that with your convertible and then it rain and shit. Because you know you are from Canada. You might bring that mojo with that weather.
Yeah, right. All of a sudden, a Canadian clipper dips down to Florida. Could you imagine? Could you imagine? Florida clipper breaches Florida. Orange crops ruined. South Florida drone meetup ruined from a Canadian clipper.
No, I'm just joking, gang. Enjoy the convertible. Let your hair flow in the wind.
I got to work on my tan, he says. We're not mad at you, bro. Come on. We look forward to meeting you in person this year. Seriously. Maybe we can get together. The older gentlemen can get together and we can go out and have a drink and a cigar somewhere.
Is that right?
Yeah.
Okay.
Convertibles are easy to break into, Gary. Not again.
Here we go.
Brooklyn Jimmy was good, man.
Here we go. What's up, Jimmy? You know what, Gary? Just take the drones inside.
Yeah, Gary. Don't give him away. Thing in the back seat. Well, I think he learned his lesson. I think he learned from that one.
But Lawrence, what I wanted to say about this Skypixel contest, they have some really I mean, the categories are interesting.
Well, you have until February to submit, but they like you said, you have to put up some
that's the worst picture.
Do some creative stuff.
I thought I sent you a better picture. Anyway, at least I thought I did. They have categories in nature or in video. It's in nature, sports, travel, city, and I don't know what creativity means. I guess that's whatever you feel like doing. You got to get real creative and real funky shit. You know what I mean? Not just
yeah.
And then for photos, it's somewhat similar. Nature, sports, portraits, and architecture.
Okay. All right.
So I guess you can, if you got a link for that, Lawrence, for the stuff, you can check it out, see what you got to do, what's the criteria for your entry, and what's expected of you as far as your entry. And good luck. But I think it takes about a year really to put together something like this, to get your idea and everything and lay this down right. You know what I mean? To win this contest. I saw some of the contest winners from last year and the year before.
Right. Well, I have the actual Skypixel creators page, and all of the information that you need is on that page. I can put that link in the chat there. If you want to submit something and you believe you're creative enough, or you really want to try and win something, submit your work. It's got to be something creative. Like Herman said, they want video and a video.
And I do believe you have to use somewhat of some one of their products to do this. So
it has to be created with a DJI product. That's a stipulation, whether it's an Osmo or an action camera or DJI drone. It's got to be done with. That's true, Herman. I'm glad you mentioned that. Yeah, it's got to be created with a DJI device. So don't take your Ortel and create something, and they'll know. They'll know. They just look at the metadata and can tell. Right, you can look at the metadata and tell what it was created with. Right?
I guess.
That's the link there. If you want to submit.
Well,
what's that?
I don't know. Would they be actually able to see it? I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, you're submitting to them. I mean, unless you change the metadata itself, which would be foolish.
Yeah.
Exactly. Well, you can change the metadata. Well, you can eliminate some of it.
How?
You cannot change it. You cannot change it.
You can't eliminate any of it. I'm listening because I think what's stamped on it is what's stamped on it.
Right. Creation date and things like that.
When you do a print, you can actually, when in a print, you can eliminate what information is given in the metadata, but the information will always be the same.
Right. In fact, they got to be real quick on the typing. Check this out. I typed in, can you change metadata on a photo? It says right click on the image file, click properties, and you can click on details tab to edit it. Change some of the fields directly on the details tab. To remove, click. It's still the original metadata is still there. It has to be.
Check this out.
Yeah.
I coach football with a guy whose job it is to find that information on people.
Really? Hey, yeah. Ray Kelly.
That is his job. So he even told me, so when you believe that all this cloud-based nonsense, it's not up in the clouds nowhere. It's not stored like in the dream somewhere. It's a server somewhere. They can go and pull that information off. And if there's a subpoena, he has to go and get that information. And
that's his job to get that raw information.
He can find everything you've ever deleted off of any computer device you've ever owned.
Or anything with a microchip in it.
Once they can trace it back to you, they can find anything that you've ever deleted.
This is true. This is true. How are you, Ray Kelly? Hope all is well.
Yeah, so that's it.
But don't we have to do a drop on the sponsor?
Yeah, the sponsors. Oh, you own it now. The sponsors is messing with you, all right? It took some of your pay.
Yo, my entire computer just froze for 1 second.
Don't worry about it.
Going. Oh, here we go. Okay, it did for a second.
Don't worry about it. That happens all the time.
We got it.
Wednesday Night with Those Guys is sponsored by
those guys. That's right. And the shot and the drop and the shot.
All yours. Salute.
Is back. So yeah. You know, your man Igor from what's that Quadro News or whatever. He's been Johnny on the spot with his leaks and rumors. And it had always been said that, you know, the rumored Matrice 3D, the rumored. And there was a thingy out that wasn't in English on
this here.
Yeah, the thingy.
Yeah, this right here.
Talking about, I believe that was today's date. The time.
Yes, it was today's date, which is actually yesterday's date right now, present time in Asia. Yes, it launched yesterday.
Yeah, something to that effect, or today.
Today, our time, yesterday, their time.
Yeah, whatever. However you look at it.
13-hour difference.
However you're looking at it. But what I did see that it wasn't on any of the on any of the what do you call it, the Enterprise, or on DJI's YouTube, and it wasn't out there. I didn't see it there, but I did happen to run into a video of the Dock 2 that featured the Matrice 3D-E and the 3TD, which happens to be, one is a Firmware and the other one is a regular camera with the telephoto joint similar to the Mavic 3. And like I said, there's the drone, well, let's talk about the Dock first. The Dock is basically similar to what we've all seen for the Matrice 30, right? Which has the IP55 rating, on the Dock. It's the waterproof joint, it's all the weatherproof, and it's also good with the dust, and as far as
it's shielded
when it's hot, you get all that. So you're talking about a nice 10-kilometer connection with the radio on this drone.
Yes, 10 kilometers. That's a 5-mile radius.
Yeah,
that's not bad.
So, like you said before, we got a thermal camera on this drone, and they also have one that features the telephoto.
Yeah. So as far as mapping,
so it's like I said, it's not to cut you off, but it's in between. Like I said before, the Mavic 3 Enterprise and the Matrice 30. So it's right in between those things, and it's a fixed wing joint, like your old Phantom style drones, and something similar to like your FPV drone.
Correct.
So I don't know. What do you think, Lawrence? It's got the nice little vents for the air over the battery, keeps your battery nice and chilled and cool.
Well, I'm looking at what they can do with it, and it looks like a refined version for if you cannot afford, I don't know what the price range is, but if you cannot afford the higher end Matrice versions, you might.
I think it starts at about 10 grand.
Oh, it does. Okay, starts at about 10 grand. Now, see, that's a dramatic price drop in comparison to all the other Matrices. Matrice series. That's a dramatic price drop.
I don't know. I mean, I'm guessing.
Well, I want to see how it does. I mean, we will see videos of this.
It's not released here, so
exactly. But we will see videos coming from Asia. If you follow DJI, right here they're showing you can put speakers and lights and all kinds of stuff, adaptable. Like I mentioned before, it is shielded, which is which makes it puts it in that enterprise class.
Right. That's what I said. It's above. It's like above the the Mavic 3, but below the Matrice 30.
Yeah,
because the Matrice 30 has a dock. It's for the same type of work, but this is a smaller payload, it's a smaller drone to begin with. Same fixed payload. It's just not bad. Starts at 10 grand. Yeah, that's what I said. Yeah. Wow.
Hey, we appreciate you, Ray Kelly. Hey, Tony, Quadcopters and Tech. Good to see you. I'm sorry, I don't see this I don't see the chat window until I come back from showing a video.
Oh, but you know what you do? If you go to the top of the Zoom, right? You can click on exit from widescreen.
I never thought about that. What's up, Tony? Hope all is well. Never thought about it. It's simple stuff. Like my drone has autonomous modes, and I've been flying for so long. I
never thought about using any of them.
Right, because I did everything manually. But now, because work requires that set up waypoints and stuff, I've been using it a lot. But like I know you. We never trusted none of that autonomous stuff before until today, present day. I still look paranoid. If a bird's going by, I have my hand on the X button to cancel and be able to do whatever I got to do because I don't trust that autonomous shit.
I still don't.
Welcome to View Chaser.
No matter how many times it does it and completes it with no problem, I still don't.
Exactly. Click that like button, guys. We'd appreciate it. Yeah, exactly. I use it over and over, and I still have my hand on the pause button or the stop button because anything can happen. We're still getting over the two-step our drone does because it's not an RTK unit.
I don't know if that would make so much of a difference. I just think that it's like
well, Steve, do you see what Barkley put? We have a story about that later on. Barkley says 10,000 could be worth it if Congress bans all DJI drones from all agencies and companies that receive federal funds. They'll hire us for their work. Ha ha ha. There you go. JC.
I'm gonna get on that in a little bit because that's
we do have a segment talking about what Congress did.
That's kind of minor. Not. I'll explain you why.
Yeah. When we get to that, yes, we did hear. We prayers go out to Artco. Last night had a heart attack. They had mentioned it earlier. We're mentioning it again for those of you who don't know. So please send prayers in his direction. I'm sure he could use them for a speedy recovery. They will not be able to hire anyone using a Chinese drone.
Right. Exactly. Because of the fact that of the way the bill is written.
Right. Congrats, John just brought a 2024 Stingray Z51.
Oh, congratulations. All right, John, when I will get to drive
it. Hey, drive it down to Florida. Bring it down to Florida, man.
Don't listen to him.
Bring it down to Florida so I can record you, follow you around with my FPV bird.
Oh, boy. And then he smacks right into it. Or
somebody. Oh, no.
And then now you're chasing him around the parking lot trying to kill him.
Oh, no. I know how to fly around cars. You stay away from them. Keep those Skydios, y'all, Barkley's saying. Yeah, but I mean, come on, Barkley. For the price of a Skydio X, and think about it. They're saying Chinese. They're saying Chinese. This includes Autel also.
Here we go. Let's just.
We'll get into that later on. We have a format here. We'll definitely get into that later.
You know what I did want to mention though to you, Lawrence, because the Inspire 3, right? You know, when they released this drone,
Uh-oh, Herman froze. That's a problem because he was going to do the story on the Inspire 3 and I was going to elaborate on that story. But until he gets back, congratulations, JC Flying. He says, now I have 2 Corvettes. Like I said, that must be nice. Have one for the day and one for the night. But congratulations, drive one of them babies down to Florida, South Florida drone meetup. It'll definitely guarantee no one can ride with you. There's only one other seat. But I've seen the 2024 Corvettes recently. You thought it's cold in Canada. Herman is frozen. Yeah, he's gone. He'll be back in. They've left me host for a little while. I'd like to tell you, welcome to Wednesday Night with Those Guys. Wednesday Night with Those Guys is sponsored by those guys. Let's see. I've done the sponsor thing. Let's see. Where are we gonna go? I hold on for the story. I'm actually watching the replay to show you. I want to show you how much of a time difference there is on screens here. Because, oh, wait a minute. I can't share without Herman here. I can only host. I'm hosting, but I cannot share until he comes back in. Oh, wait a minute. Share screen. There we go. Here. This is what's on my screen now. The video that we showed concerning the Matric 3, that's what's on there. Welcome back, Herman. See, there he goes.
Okay. I'm back from that disaster there. Internet issue. What I was talking about was the Matric, was it Matric, but the Inspire 3.
Yes.
The Inspire 3 now also has a firmware update that fixes, well, it's more than a bug fix. This one is a major update. This is more than a bug fix. And I'm not going to go crazy into going into all of the version numbers out there. If you're an Inspire 3 user and you know which ones are for you, you know what needs to be done for your aircraft, your remote, your batteries, the battery charging hub, as well as the pilot app, and for the camera. For the Zemus, was at the X9, that's the 8K. There is an update to the camera as well. So you guys know what to do with that. And I'm going to go into a couple of the things that it does get on this firmware update, which happened to have been vision assist. That was same as you still in line? I don't know if
I'm still here.
And I thought that this drone already had that. The vision assist, because
I thought.
Yeah, I thought this drone already had that, because the obstacle avoidance, the way their obstacle avoidance is on the Inspire 3, I had wished that it displayed the same way on the Mavic series, but it's a little different. It's a little different if you look at both displays. It's just slightly different, and I happen to like the way it controls. Now it also has pre-flight check.
Right.
Now I guess that's similar to because I haven't used it, but like with the droning, with the using the drone with the mapping software.
Yeah.
Like especially like with the DJI and it goes through that whole pre-flight check, and it goes through everything, that's even like up to the SD card and everything on the drone.
Ray does. I don't know. He doesn't believe we're going. Yes, we are going to the South Florida drone meetup, Ray. We will be there.
What happened, Ray?
He's saying should I add you both to the South Florida Drone Meetup list? I said, yes, we are going to the South Florida Drone Meetup.
Well, I gotta buy the tickets and send you my itinerary, a copy of my word isn't my bond anymore. I mean,
Yeah, Ray, we couldn't make it this year because of obligations and work. This time we've scheduled free time.
it's got cruise control, all right? So you can sit back and
Really?
around. Yeah, I thought it had these features already. You know,
I was that sensor thing. I
stop.
thought
Yeah.
it,
What happened?
the sensor thing that you mentioned, I thought that it had already, or this upgrade would have updated it, but apparently, I guess not. I didn't know.
Right, you see some of the features that are added to this thing. It's crazy.
I had no idea it was missing so much stuff.
No, it was not missing. It's just that these are new features that DJI seem to come out with in the last few months that they've been adding to the drones, and I'm quite sure that there was a way in the software for this to happen already. They just found a way to do it. What is it now? Is he saying?
He's Ray Kelly is ecstatic that we're going to be there. Herman, you're number 86. I'm number 87. Hey, East Coast Thrills, what's up? How are you? Hope all is well.
I don't like those numbers, but that's all right.
Hey, you look like football jersey numbers. Yeah, click that like button, guys, if you haven't already.
Yeah, feel free.
Appreciate that.
Yeah, I don't know. They also have standby at the start point when using repeatable route mode. So like I guess like remember we were talking about you're falling asleep on me now?
No.
Are you drinking chamomile tea over there? You need a nap?
I wasn't falling asleep, but that was a yawn, yes.
Yeah, we were talking about when they first introduced the drone, and they were talking about the repeatable missions for waypoints.
Yes, right.
So how it's now one point, it's now better with this drone.
Right. Well, if you had to stop and change
for it.
Right. If you had to stop and change a battery, it would pick up where it left off a lot more accurately.
Well, I guess the update is for it here because it's saying that it has a standby now. Right? When you go into standby, you understand what I'm saying, standby,
right? Yeah.
When using repeatable route mode. So I guess so if you're doing waypoints and stuff like that, there's a standby mode and there's a standby in the startup point.
Oh, that's pretty good which is good for swapping out batteries.
I guess.
Yeah, that's the only purpose I could see it for.
Now they also have here now that it supports the display of the propulsion system.
Really?
Yeah, the status of it. But when you're in ADI mode and in sports mode,
right?
So basically, you're gonna know like your propulsion system, like what it's doing, like how much lift you got, and you can throttle and everything like that.
I guess that would make the logistics of that would make sense if you're interested in how much thrust you're using on a windy day or something.
Well, if you're in ADI mode and stuff like that, then you got to remember you're not relying on GPS.
True.
Just free flying.
Yes, true. That is true.
You know what I mean?
That makes a lot of sense.
I guess it's for the professional guy.
Right.
It's for the guy that knows what he's doing. There's a few other features out there that this thing has, but I cannot sit here and get into each and every last one of them. We'd be here all night. But we know what kind of bird it is. We all like when the arms come up and they start, and it does a little thingy, and now it's
back like a hawk.
Yeah, now it kind of does the little frog thingy. It kind of sits up and, whatever.
I've yet to see one since they've come out, though.
No, you haven't seen it.
I haven't seen one up close and personal.
Wow. Whoa. What else we got coming up now? Whoa. Oh, we're getting close to that portion of the stream that you will never hear repeated on Monday nights.
Oh, wow. Really?
Yeah.
You say you won't hear it repeated on Monday nights. Okay.
Oh, the sponsors is probably waking up too, asking you about what the hell is happening around the world. But before we do that, let's get into this thing here. This came about, right? Because I know the story with this gentleman and became about the need for creating this company. It was an interesting story. But and it's taken off and it's become big. And they have a. Are you going to do the shot and the drop now?
No.
The drop shot now.
No, I was just making sure.
You want to do it now? Because I could do BRINC after. Because that was actually the.
Okay, well let's do that. Let's do that now and get it out of the way.
Okay.
I was just moving it onto the screen, that window, but
okay.
For drone news and tech talk, tune in on Wednesday nights, 5 p.m. Eastern Standard Time to Wednesday Night with those guys.
Yeah, all of them.
For drone news and
I almost got it a time again.
Oh, for both of them. Oh.
Almost, right?
But anyhow.
Okay. Now let's open this. Good.
BRINC is back, Lawrence. BRINC is back with the Lemur 2. And they've made that delivery. The BRINC has announced the first delivery of the Lemur 2 model.
Okay. I remember them getting a contract to produce.
To their customers. Right? As we know, the Lemur 2 is designed and manufactured and supported
right
here in the good old US of A.
Okay.
The founder and CEO of BRINC, Blake Resnick, he basically is saying that this is one step closer to making their vision of a safe world.
Really?
Yeah, a reality.
Okay.
Because the Lemur 2, as we know, is a whole host of new upgrades and features. But I actually like to hear Mr. Blake Resnick talk about the Lemur 2 and its features himself.
This is the Lemur 2 drone. Today, we are going to ship our first ever production units to first responders around the country.
Your volume is low.
It's low? Hold on.
Oh, Lord, just let the video play.
Show you around our drone factory and all the upgrades we've made.
That's better?
You'll stop sharing.
We've been developing the Lemur 2 to help
okay, see, I need to go back and let's try and do that over, because when you're sharing, it just doesn't want to do what you want. There we go. Let's try it again.
Lemur 2 is designed to get eyes and ears in dangerous places, and we have made some incredible improvements since launch. So from here, I'd love to show you around our drone factory and all the upgrades we've made. At BRINC, we've been developing the Lemur 2 to help first responders gain intelligence, establish communication, and de-escalate tense situations. Since our initial product announcement, we've been hard at work.
we've added 2 additional autonomy sensors, more powerful compute, a louder audio system, upgraded antennas, an improved cooling system, USB-C based charging, higher capacity battery cells, built-in remote ID, and a new prop guard design, all with an expanded software ecosystem to tie it all together.
Accurate position hold in dynamic, GPS-denied, zero-light environments is difficult. Our autonomy system makes the Lemur 2 incredibly easy to pilot, as operators can just take their hands off the sticks. We've added a brand new tracking camera, night vision illuminator, and LiDAR sensor to help make our autonomy system more reliable. But if you do take a spill, we still have turtle mode.
More sensor data requires more compute to process it. To handle this increase in load, we've upgraded the flight computer chipset and cooling solution in the production version of the Lemur 2. It has 5 times the processing power and will enable some incredible features in the future. We've also designed a new antenna solution to improve data transmission over both cellular and local mesh networks. Coupled with a powerful directional antenna on the controller, we can maintain connectivity when flying through complex indoor structures or at significant range. With our new Pilot UI, users can toggle between camera feeds and a 3D point cloud from the drone's LiDAR sensor. Operators can also filter this data to generate real-time 2D floor plans. This same data is streamed to LiveOps, our web app, over a cell. Here, users can view maps and videos from any number of Lemur 2 drones. We're excited to continually expand on BRINC Pilot and BRINC LiveOps as we get these tools in the hands of first responders.
Two-way communication systems on drones. This has enabled crisis negotiation teams around the country to de-escalate critical situations peacefully. We've integrated a brand new audio processing chipset on this version of Lemur 2. This has enabled our microphone and speaker to be much louder and clearer to help with negotiations. With LiveOps, you can stream audio real time and also store those conversations as evidence. In the future, with LiveOps AI, we'll be able to detect languages, translate, and transcribe also in an automated way. Yeah, and we can still break glass.
Yeah, I noticed they have a new spinner on.
Yeah, they can still break glass.
The team is ecstatic to get Lemur 2 into your hands, but none of it matters without manufacturing as capable as our drone. We're happy to not only handle engineering here in our Seattle headquarters, but to manufacture here as well. With components that are sourced from trusted vendors, the Lemur 2 is both made in the USA and NDAA compliant. Metal components like our heat sinks are cut right here in Seattle by our CNC
it's almost.
machines. The fuselage is made of 3 different materials, all printed in our state-of-the-art 3D printing farm. Our skilled technicians assemble the Lemur 2 with tests between each stage of the production process.
Built in the good old USA.
Imagers are dropped into custom camera modules.
Yes, sir, indeed.
Battery cells are welded by an automated arc welder and assembled into custom smart battery packs. Drones undergo automated calibration of the computer vision and flight control systems.
Yeah, they go through a lot.
We finish our manufacturing process with rigorous quality control checks and flight tests to ensure consistent performance.
I like how smooth it flies in a non-GPS environment. As well, because of
hard case and everything.
Thank you. And
because of the LiDAR, it has that capability to stay where just to stay in place.
Now you see these drones and stuff like that, all these stuff like that. They coming out with these drones, and you see how everything is going towards that commercial and the search and rescue industry, and professional use.
Yeah.
This is where everything is going. You go to all these drone shows, from what I'm understanding, and everything is either advanced air mobility, or it's somewhere along search and rescue, or something else for mapping.
Right.
So, so that's basically where the drone industry is going right now.
It is. It is. I mean, if you're not in the industry where a drone is needed, I doubt very much you're gonna see much.
I
Hey,
mean, that's
hey,
what's happening
Draymond.
with everything right
These
now.
boys seem so excited about being on the US blue list. Of course, because they
Yeah, because they got government contracts and they're getting contracts to fund police departments and stuff like that. And this is, we're going to get into a little bit of that later, coming up in a little bit, because I just find that a lot of it, or actually not a little bit, wanted to get into it right about now because, because after that, we talk about the blue, that blue UAS list,
yeah.
you
I
know,
just wanted to copy this down because someone was asking how much does a lemur drone cost, and of course they
all of
do
these
not have
drones
it.
American made are expensive.
They do not have it on their page, but I have the website.
And that 3D print, you can probably print that at home too.
That's their website there. You can go to and check out. I'm pretty sure in order to find out their price, because I'm actually looking on the webpage right now.
Doesn't have it, or you got to
Of course,
contact.
they don't. Yeah, you have to contact them first before you can even discuss this.
Listen, there's a lot going on the drone, and a lot of times, a lot of those features are not necessary, for what you may be working with.
Right, non-GPS, full operating LiDAR, which is why it can hold itself in position in a non-GPS environment. Check it out. Check it out. I just put the link there if you want to find out anything else about them or whatever the case may be.
Because
They're expensive because they have Chinese parts. Big Matt said they're expensive because they have Chinese parts.
that they had to import. Yeah, but listen, no, seriously, all-in-one drones from America are gonna be like, forget about it. Fill out a credit application, give up your firstborn.
Mm-hmm.
You think that okay? What would you think this drone would cost coming out of America, brand new, if it was coming out today with all of the features that's on it? Come on, it would kill you.
That's true. Coming from America,
it would kill you.
You already see what Skydio's asking for the X.
It would kill you.
Hold on.
But anyhow,
let's see. Right.
What I wanted to get into was that this House of Representatives and their Chinese committee, but this back on November 1st.
The itty bitty Chinese committee.
You stupid.
No, I'm being an ass, but
no, but back on November 1st, the U.S. House of Representatives, they introduced another American Security Drone Act. The act would limit the use of Chinese manufactured drone technologies by federal agencies. Now, that it limits the purchase and the use of Chinese-made drones. Now, they say that would, pretty much, in my opinion, prohibit, from what I'm reading,
Hey, Bob Casey.
The usage and the purchase and the usage.
Hey, Marcus, welcome.
The U.S. Senate introduced the Senate bill, 473.
Mm-hmm.
This came up first back in February of this year. Now I know
the American Security Drone Act.
Yeah, I know you have seen other bills with the same name that have been considered by Congress. Quite sure you've seen other bills, right? Back in the past with that name, but this one here now is really a little different, and it's coming to it's a little haunting, and some of the things that, because I remember what some of the guys were saying earlier in the chat about, with the government not being able to use these drones, but they say that this act, it does not apply to the general public, but it can also affect, when you say that it doesn't apply to the general public, meaning they don't care what the hell you're flying in the free or on the park, whatever.
Right. So when you hear people talking about they're going to stop flying Chinese drones here in the United States, they're only talking about the government, federal. If you work for the government and the feds, you may not be able to, but a typical civilian,
well, they actually
are
don't
unaffected.
care. They actually don't care what government agents are flying for recreation as well, as long as it's not purchased with any money that is for any
Government funds.
But
Right.
needless to say, and about that, but I like I said, I believe in my opinion, the act seeks to prohibit any operations and of such Chinese made drones within manufactured, I should say, manufactured and assembled by a covenant entity. And
yes.
so basically, it's whatever the Federal Acquisition Security Council says is on that list.
Right.
Is what is,
and we're not just talking DJI or TEL too.
Any Chinese, it doesn't necessarily have, they stipulate Chinese. We're stipulating Chinese because this is what's being said, but it could be from any other country, like even like something like, I believe out of Russia would be on this list too. So
right, and Tony, it is purchased, anything that's purchased with federal funds or agencies that get federal funds.
They have a 2-year grace period, right? To for this bill, which gives agencies time to be able to purchase new drones and train their personnel on these new drones. There's a lot of things wrapped around this thing here now, that there's a actual, what they consider as a waiver process.
Yeah,
that you can actually get waiver for using these things with these drones. There's also exemptions. There's certain agencies that are exempt from using it, such as like Homeland Security.
Exactly.
The NOAA, the NTSB,
Homeland Security.
Yeah, I mentioned Homeland Security.
Okay.
There's a few of them, and mainly they're all high government agencies. They have the ability to have exemption from such act if and then there's also such criteria that they must meet for those exemptions as well. So it's not just they can, they're exempt from it, because we had talked about this before when it first came to be. Now, when the bill first came up, and now it's really hitting home. But the thing what bothers me, is that,
yes, that's true, Draymond.
For like, also for like, another exemption is for wildlife and for search and rescue. So basically what you're saying is that, and you have a drone, I can use the drone for this, but I can't use it for that.
Basically, yeah.
And that to me makes no sense. And we talked about mentioned in the chat, or guys had mentioned about, well, if the government can't do these things, then we'll be able to do that type of work. If it's a government contract, and within like something that's to be done that the government has any funding in it, then no, you will not be able to use your DJI drones or your hotel drones.
Right, but if the drones are funded from privately funded, the Draymond had put earlier also, agencies can still use non-blue list drones from private funding.
No, follow I'm saying to you. Yes, that is the case, but not for any jobs that have to do with any government funding.
Right.
You understand what I'm saying to you?
Right. So you can hire somebody, but if
you
you're
have
still being funded,
government agencies that have any jobs, you won't be able to use those drones as an outsider coming in saying that I'm going to use these drones on a government project.
That's true. In fact, you sent me, I'm not going to post it until after the live or towards the end of the live stream, but you sent me a video with a gentleman who explains this ban and everything in itself. He explains it in more detail. It's actually 51 drones.
Well, he kind of does get into
but he explains he explains it down to the T. So for those of you who want to see that video, I'll post it when we finish talking on the topic.
Yeah, he does explain it very well, but I'm just saying to you that a lot
Raymond says, I understand, Herman, for building, but operational use is different.
There's a lot of backdoor ways of how this bill can be implemented and could interfere with outside and agencies coming into work for different things.
Right.
So I'm just, as far as I understand how the funding works, as long as the government's funding is not towards that specific thing, then you can do it. If not, it ain't happening. What happened? You okay?
Okay. Well, I wouldn't worry about it a whole lot, but if you have not seen this video,
I would worry about it because it's starting to trickle down. And it's nothing ever trickles down nicely. Once the top floor gets saturated, it just falls. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
All right.
Yeah, I saw Marcus in the chat. I was saying what's up to him.
Oh, I saw him here. Marcus. Yeah, he was around, wasn't he?
I was saying, I was thinking we mentioned Monday nights and Marcus shows.
Is he here? I thought he was.
Yeah, he was in here early. I don't know if he still is.
Yeah, I had a whole call.
I thought I'd said what's up to him just in case I did not. But
what's up there, Marcus? But check it out, Lawrence.
Yeah.
This bill's not good. I don't like it. They need to get rid of it.
I don't like it either. But this
I just don't.
You know what it is? The American Security Drone Act is just letting you drone pilots out there know that, like Herman said, eventually it will trickle down to us, but they're starting on the federal level first.
Well, like I said to you before, there's certain wording in the bill that will show you that how they can backdoor ways of you not being able to get to do what you need to use your drones for a certain government project. So like if it's something that was out to you and this government funding,
they
may find a way to stop you from using that aircraft.
I don't like the fact that we're hiding it under a military defense bill. Hidream says.
Well, it is what it is, and there's
the bill itself, the actual bill.
They have come up with all kind of stuff, all kind of information to show forth why, or to speak as to why we shouldn't have it, but they have no evidence of what they're accusing.
True.
They have not promoted, they've not produced not one
stitch of evidence. You're
not one bit
right
of
about
evidence of the proof of this security threat.
Which is what makes it stupid, because 51 Drones mentions it in his video. He says if they had evidence of this, the slightest little bit, it would have been reported and somebody would have made it known to say, see, we told you they were sending out.
Of course they would have. Of course they would have. And but this is not the first time I've seen stuff like this in the government. You know, it's kind of hard to speak on it because, you know, everybody is, we don't want to talk about politics and certain things, but, you know, it's not the first time evidence has been that they claim to have has not been used for them to be able to obtain what they wanted.
But yeah, the government will find ways of interpreting critical infrastructure by changing the rules of the game as they go along, which has always happened.
I can, like, if I'm in control of the goalpost, I can move it clean over into the corner and ask you to kick it from the far hash mark. You know what I mean?
Yeah, true.
That's how the game is played with them.
Right. It's my ball, so I'm going to kick it from here.
And if you don't like it, I'll kick it over the fence and show you whose yard this is.
Elected officials won't read the full bill to see the pork or the smaller bills or other small bills to understand the far-reaching effects. You're right. They will not read it in its entirety. In fact, most elected officials only read bills that will affect them and their seat.
Yeah, pretty much.
Their people. That's how it goes.
Pretty much. You
know, it's sad to say.
Because they don't care.
Right, they don't care. In fact, Herman says
they don't even get to go watch a movie. Do they care about you flying a drone?
Herman says it all the time. This is the best way to say it. You don't think about shit until you step in it. So until it's brought up, email your local elected officials. You can. I agree with you, Casey. That's what should be done. But unfortunately, even the guys that you get, I spoke to.
I don't really see.
No one's willing to advocate.
City councilmen and all of them, they.
Well, first, dudes, tell you, city council.
Them dudes just listen. You know, city councilmen are. I'm the mayor and other guys up there because the mayor's the lowest guy on the totem pole.
Mm-hmm.
I'm eating a sandwich, there's crumbs falling off of it. That's what the guys in the city council get.
Yeah, but
you understand? So they don't know shit about shit. They don't know nothing. The guys you need to mess with are, like he said, your elected officials. Send them letters.
This is true, and I'm going to say
them because those are the guys that have to sign those bills.
Your assemblymen, and people like your borough presidents, they can't do nothing because you're going to be told that's a federal level. You need to go to Congress with that. You need to go speak to your senator, your congressman, and things like that, or else it's not going to work. Let them know how this bill is so wrong and not enough substantial evidence. They know this already, Bob Casey. This is the thing, but no one's questioning them. You know who should be questioning them? The FAA. But the FAA is not going to stick its hand in because it's too busy worrying about eVTOLs and eVTOL laws and certifications, etc.
He done one got
disclaimer.
He done one got political on us.
Yeah,
political on us.
I love it. It's all too funny coming from YouTubers. Well, you know what? It's a stupid law that they're trying to pass. This stupid, what do they call it? The American Security Drone Act is just a way for them to try and rein in what they can and shit on whoever they. I don't even want to go into it anymore. I'm not even waste my time.
You know, like I said, it presents a lot of loopholes and backdoor ways for things to happen, and also things for like even the government agencies themselves to be able to continue to use the same damn drones. I just don't understand where it's going. And it's like, you know what it is?
Right. You're telling me I
called-
can't use my
it's
drone to
called-
work.
It's called cripple them until we catch up. You remember I told you about the old playbook? It's the same old playbook.
Mm-hmm.
It's just that they're using it against a company now and not against people.
Don't do as I do.
No, it's called break a people, and then give them the only means of medication that you think they know they need. They're doing the same thing with DJI and the other Chinese companies. Let's break them down, see if we can cripple them a little bit on the U.S. market, cripple them a little bit till our companies catch up.
You see what Barkley put? He says if the FAA made noise, they'll get fired and replaced by more people that know nothing.
Right.
Yeah.
That's exactly what happened.
That's exactly how it goes. I don't know how or why, but that's exactly how it goes all the time.
It couldn't have been.
Yeah, there are. Rob Casey, you're right. There's not just YouTubers that have drones. There are white collar, blue collar, doctors, lawyers, construction workers, etc.
Don't care about them neither.
Right. It affects.
Any of them guys delivering packages.
Mm-hmm. Even the bike messengers, right? Basically, they don't give a shit about anyone.
Yeah, no, they do what they want to do when they're ready to do it. They don't care. So they don't even get to go see a movie. You think they're worried about you flying a drone?
Yeah, for real.
Their whole job is based on making everybody's life fucking.
I sell DJI to Americans. Yeah, see, that's the thing. Sell as many DJI drones you can to America, so when they try to pass the bill, yeah, Congress does follow the money. And right now, it would be more money for them to stop importing all of these Chinese drones and start selling American drones. But how many average business owners out there
how are you going to
have $15,000 for a drone?
But how are you going to replace all of these drones at a lower cost?
You can't. They can't. It's impossible.
They operate much better than a lot of the drones that you're asking.
We know how that works, Barkley.
And then on top of that, the price for these drones that you're asking. Come on, man.
Yeah.
Are you kidding me? There's not one American company.
Term limits.
There's not one American company right now making drones that is doing what DJI is doing. Not one.
Orfax, as Marcel says, he thought that the government was entitled to only scare tactics. No, they are very effective.
Yeah, they will systematically fuck your world, bro. What have you been?
Uh-huh.
Yo, let's go on, man. Usually when I purchase a drone, Lawrence, I take it out and test it out in flight and give it a seal of approval. I get a hard case. Got to get a hard case. Always got to get a hard case. Lawrence, he fell apart into the damn trees over there.
Oh.
For 10% off on Nanook products, feel free to use the coupon code. That's Phantom Flight 10 for 10% off on all Nanook products. Feel free to check it out. Go to the Nanook website. There's a link in the description below. If you need to go to Nanook, purchase a hard case for your drone.
It's a real discount code, not like some of them made up.
If you collect watches, if you collect guns, if you collect all kind of things,
more gear,
they may have cases for you. They have for your gimbals and also for your handheld, your handheld gimbals.
Oh, if you want to put your Nikes cameras in there.
You who?
You heard, Herman?
What?
If you want to put your favorite pair of Nikes in a case.
I don't know if they do a cutout for that, but what I do know,
they do technical cutouts. Yeah, they do.
Do a lot. They do customized stuff. So
yes.
Give Nanook either a call. That's up there in Canada. Plastic cases. Feel free to check them out. They're good friends of mine. and
Hey,
then
10% will help cover some of that.
They gave me the coupon code to share with you guys.
Some of that shipping.
What happened?
10% will help cover some of that tax and or shipping, depending on what you get.
You collect
It's
sneakers?
some, huh?
I kind of do too, Matt. But you know the problem is I like to leave them. I get plastic bags and put it in the plastic bag and put it back in the original box.
Big Matt said there's a lot of cases because he collects sneakers. Yeah, I could imagine.
I got, you know.
Oh shit! Gary said, "Want to fly DJI drones? Come to Canada to live." He says, "You want to fly DJI drone? Join us in Canada."
Please.
With the cold up there.
Please. Drone just hovering. You playing pocket pool to try to keep warm.
Props breaking. America, that's right. That's exactly how they call it.
That's it.
Raymond said, don't get comfortable up there. Rumor has it that the CAA is also looking to control indoor flying.
Indoor?
Raymond was commenting to Marcel.
Don't worry about the indoor flying. More about the outdoor flying.
Yeah, for real.
We can't have too many more. We can't handle it, man. All these bans and shit and stuff like that. You know, it's not good.
It's not good for business.
What is it now, Gary? What is it now?
Right. At least it's not Buffalo here. Wow. Touche, Gary. Touche. At least it's not Buffalo here. There's snow in Edmonton right now. Well, I could believe it.
Yeah, but your weather is just as bad. Yeah. Right.
Oh, you see what Matty put? The government agencies are not going to stop flying DJI drones if the U.S. can't make good enough ones at a decent cost.
Matty, we know this. It's all bullshit.
Yeah, true.
See, I could tell you in a nutshell what it's about, but then we be into that situation of talking politics, and we've already started. You know, there's a cross section of the country that feeds into that America shit. Even though we have no infrastructure to build this shit here in the wide scale that we want it.
This is true. There's no way they can replace all of these drones at an affordable cost.
Forget about impossible. It's not even about drones anymore. It's just about anything, you know.
True.
How many drones are they going to sell to search and rescue as opposed to amount of consumer drones? Like I said, we could keep going back and forth with this shit all day, but there's no American company that's making consumer drones.
Bob Casey thinks Skydio has something to do with this bill, especially being put in the military bill.
Of course they do. And the people who are concerned about getting these, what do you call it? Delivery drones and air taxis, all those people have a stake in it. Every last one of them. And companies like Skydio poured themselves out to get involved in it. And I said this a long time ago when the bus pulled up and it told all of the drone manufacturers, you know, when the door opened up, get down or lay down, you know, and, you know, Parrot and all of them jumped on the bus and DJI was like, fuck you. And now look what happened with the DJI and hotel.
Mm-hmm. You know? Right. You didn't jump on the bandwagon, so now you must suffer.
So that's exactly what happened. Those other drones can still be Chinese made shit, which probably are.
What do you know that doesn't have Chinese components in it?
I know a lot of stuff don't have Chinese components in it.
Well, it's just I don't know. It is money, but we All we can do is sit there and ride the wave. I'm not worrying about tomorrow. I got a wave today and I'm riding it. That's all.
No,
I'm
it is about
I'm not
money.
gonna lose sleep over tomorrow.
It is about money. It's about nothing else but money. Nothing else but money. And actually, because I always go back to this, and I, and
Hey, Bill.
You guys don't have to take my word for it. You can go do the research yourself. When the Cheeto Man was trying to get Foxconn, well, he actually did get Foxconn to con the people of Wisconsin into believing that they were going to bring a factory there to build televisions and shit.
Right, to increase the American income.
The world's largest manufacturer was going to leave his ecosystem that he has in China and come to America and build television. He's going to go send back to China to get shit to bring over here to build a television in America.
Yeah.
Right. That was going to happen. They broke ground and fooled the people in Wisconsin into believing that the governor was involved in this gun-hole bringing them jobs to Wisconsin. And people got, oh yeah, we got jobs. So people will go and vote for this dude. I tell you, you don't want to get into politics, but that's the shit that they play.
Right. Warren got jokes. He says, my LG refrigerator is spying on me. Walmart knows I'm running low on hamburger. How?
And milk too. How do they know the milk is spoiled?
And
how do they know you don't like that sweet taste
of sour milk? Damn. That's nasty. That's straight up nasty.
How do they know you don't like your milk chunky?
Ill. You said milk, chunky milk. Damn. See, you're the reason millions of little kids don't drink milk now.
They shouldn't drink milk.
Well, after a certain age, yeah.
No, you shouldn't drink milk, period. There's no reason for you to drink milk.
Really?
No. What are you drinking it for? All it does is reverse everything that you got from your mother's breast milk.
That's if you were breastfed.
Well, yeah, but I don't want to get into all of the health issues and shit on it, but
see, yeah, you better change the subject because you froze for like half a second. They're about to put a switch on you again. You're talking about milk now, chunky milk. Barkley said chunky milk is cottage cheese, and I can't stand that shit either.
You don't like cottage cheese? You don't like cottage cheese?
Warren says there's a fine line between cream and sour cream. It's true.
You don't like cottage cheese, Barkley, especially on the thighs. Let me stop.
Yeah, but you're right. Bill's right. Your Alexa is always listening. Actually, Alexa keeps a recording of everything it hears for up to 72 hours, from what I understand. That's why when your wife mentions something, it magically shows up in your search engine. And it's very true, because I was talking with someone, with my ex one time. We were considering looking into a house, and a fly zone, and all of a sudden, 3 days later, we start getting emails on house listings and shit like that.
You know, the TV has that. I turned it off.
What?
The TV has that shit on it. When you start talking, it starts listening to you. That Alexa shit.
Oh, the Alexa shit. Yeah.
It's on the TV. I don't know how Samsung and them have that on the TV, on those Neo.
Yeah.
Yeah, but I turned that shit off. Because I noticed one day I'm sitting here, I'm talking like,
and it beeped, right?
You. Yeah. And I'm like, nobody's talking to you. It's just listening to me. No, turn it off.
Be in a car and Google says, I didn't understand that.
Yeah, the phone does that. Yeah.
Your phone does it too.
Yeah, these devices are disgusting. They're spying on you.
I'm not worried about it.
You know what? They ain't shit though. When you start laying out my clothes that I was thinking about from the night before, then I'm gonna worry.
You're worried. Right. You can unplug and turn off those options.
Yeah. But what happens when they get together at night and start talking?
Bill says maybe we're in the Matrix and Herman thinks he turned it off.
And they all start talking to one another at night with the coffee maker.
Yeah, right. We got to finish these stories here. We got to finish this stuff. We got another story you won't hear on Monday nights.
Oh, well, you know what, Lawrence? Volocopter, right, flies in Tampa. Believe it or not, Volocopter. When we talk about this stuff, right, we talk about it, right? We talk about this urban air mobility. Well, Tampa International Airport, right, and German design manufacturer Volocopter have taken on as they say, a comprehensive flight testing campaign, right? Believe it or not, see, this is funny. We talk about these things flying autonomous, but they have a flight campaign with this thing of a crewed Volocopter 2X. This marks the first eVTOL tested. The first ever flight test of an eVTOL, right?
Yeah.
Aircraft in an operational U.S.
international airport.
Terminal airport, believe it or not. Airport with a terminal, not just like some open, with a working terminal that's ongoing daily flights in and out of.
Right.
So this is the first time ever, and it's the first time that an eVTOL was ever tested, it was said, in the state of Florida, believe it or not. So it's a lot of firsts with this thing over at the Volocopter.
Well, it's interesting because don't we fly into the South Florida Drone Meetup through Tampa International?
At least we did because
we did because of hurricanes and everything else.
Because of having to go refuel for circling for a few hours around the state of Florida. Yeah.
Right, exactly.
You don't have to. We did.
Yeah, well, if you're coming in through Tampa International at some time and point in the near future,
you may see them operating there.
You may see them operate. You may see them testing. Hey, Jim's droning. What's up, man?
Lawrence, the aircraft testing consists of the aircraft downwash and the outwash of the with the FAA. Believe it or not, the FAA was there to certify this testing of the downwash and the outwash. Yeah. Basically, its propulsion system in which to push wind and thrust.
And sound too, is correct?
Yeah, something to that effect. And its ability to move. It's basically when it's moving, the thrusting, pushing.
Right. Because you have to figure all these eVTOLs and stuff will be changing the pressure around them.
Yeah, so especially
when taking off, that's very important.
Yes. Especially because
there's something kicking up a bunch of
motors.
Exactly. You don't want stuff kicking up a bunch of dust at everyone who's watching and things like that, and noise, and there's a whole lot of factors you have to take into account with eVTOLs or any aircraft.
Because basically what the test also there's a local environmental conditions. So basically, like how Florida has a lot of spot showers and stuff like that, I guess they're going to be able to test it under whatever conditions there is.
Right. And I've yet to see anyone test an eVTOL in the rain.
Well,
that's next. I mean, that's part of
they're waterproof.
You can't, right, but that's part of the certification. You can't just fly on sunny and cloudy days. Got to be able to fly in a little bit of rain too.
Well, I'm quite sure they're weatherproof, Lawrence. I mean,
yeah, I am too. I just want to see something something up there, the storm.
In a storm.
See how they handle it wind.
In a storm. First of all, you're not flying helicopters and all the other things in major bad weather like that. So
yeah, I know. They would be grounded.
Yeah, so
a light sprinkle, it may start drizzling while you have
they should be able to do rain, so basic steady rain. Yeah, no problem. But you know, like I said before about the Florida Department of Transportation and the mayor of Tampa are both supporting these tests, you know, as well as other leaders in Congress. They support these tests that are taking place down there in Florida and Tampa International. And I think that's a good thing because you know, to be able, we're always talking about replacing. Damn, this country is gonna be sucked dry, boy. You're gonna have to learn to live with 25-watt bulbs and some thick ass glasses, because when they start charging all these EVTOLs and your electric cars,
right? We're going back to candles.
the lights are going to flicker. No, we're gonna the whales might be in trouble. We're going back to lamps.
This is true.
Either that or we're gonna have to do some more power stations and stuff.
The Jetson one does come with a parachute. They're also trying to set it up so that most of these EVTOLs will have parachutes as well.
I think they will call for
that's part of the standard, yeah.
An emergency.
Yes, that is part of the standard.
No one ever said that a helicopter or plane had to have a parachute. Why? Because it works on an engine.
That's strange, right?
Oh, that's interesting. Why they never had to have parachute, but the electric one does. You know why? I told you, electricity ain't stable.
Barkley says the power grid will collapse under the strain. Well, I don't think so, because they're starting to put a lot of wind farms.
They'll tell you to stop using your air conditioner.
Most of the United States. What happened?
They'll tell you to cut your air conditioning down to 50%. So
no, they're tell you, they're just going to do it. You're not in your neighborhood. let's cut it from 80,000 watts down to about 40,000 in this neighborhood. Watch.
And that won't.
Warren says we'll just burn more oil to produce our electricity.
That's all.
Yep, that's what it's all down to. That's all. What it's going to come down to.
They're going to do something, because right now here in New York, when they're building buildings, there's no more gas and all that going into the building. They got pure electric.
Yeah.
Pure electric. So if you didn't pay, so if you can't afford your electric bill, you sit there in the cold or in the heat with nothing to eat.
Can you imagine? Last night, whole building froze to death.
No, not the whole building, just your apartment.
Just your apartment, right? Yeah, see, that's messed up. But you're right. They have all of these units set up individually. So if you choose to use cold water, you can use cold water.
So if you can't afford your electric bill with all of that shit going on, then guess what? You'll be in the dark, no heat, or in the heat if it's summertime, with nothing to eat.
Yeah, the only problem with fold-out solar panels, it would take too long to charge them.
To charge of what?
No, it's EVTOLs and things like that. Have you seen that the human?
It all depends. All right. Check this out. Right now, with depending on, you know what? Let's get on to the next story, because that will take forever. Like getting into like the efficiency of your electric car, depending on how much. It's rough. You might like the slow charge as opposed to the fast charge.
Right.
Economical wise, depending on the vehicle that you're using. Like if you had a big truck or something like that, you may not want the fast charge. Anyhow,
no, that's twin engine. Looks nice, Marcel.
UTM, Lawrence. UTMs. You know, your
traffic management system.
Yeah, your boy's Altitude Angel. They're back in the news. You know, they're based out of the UK. And like I said, they're based out of the UK, and they are unified traffic management providers, UTMs. they've announced they've launched a new division, Prism Detect. Altitude Angel's been doing this for quite some time. They've done it for a lot of different events, like or even like random pop-up UTMs where they have no-fly zones where they've had different events.
They work around stadiums, all kinds of places.
Yeah, but this will utilize their Arrow network ground base scanners to for their customers who need direct need to detect both crewed and uncrewed aircraft.
Yes.
Now, like how to give you an example of that is basically like how your DJI drones now detect aircraft in the sky.
Yes, the aircraft in the area.
This will also allow them to be able to detect you as well.
Right.
So basically, as you're looking at this diagram here in front of you on the video here, this thing here sucks in. Well, I shouldn't say sucks in, but it detects the drones that are outside of this thing and inside of this thing,
and the ones that are entering. And as far as non-drone aircraft, it will alter altitudes, etc.
These drones that operate in such areas like this will be under your drones that they've been talking about as far as your delivery systems will operate strictly under these guidelines, and passing through or around it will really virtually not be affected by it. So what they say,
and you can enter it from any angle. So like it just showed here, this helicopter comes into sight, it will adjust aircraft to avoid that helicopter within that highway.
So basically what they're saying is,
isn't it supposed to be how long?
Well, I don't know, but this is based on their customers who need, like I said, to detect crewed and uncrewed aircraft.
Right.
They're calling this an advanced unified awareness is what this is.
I'll share the video so you can watch it with sound later.
It's fully integrated into their Guardian system, which is Altitude Angel's UTM, which is what you were just looking at right there, the UTM platform, and the ability to detect using also with ground sensors everything around that's happening. So wow, interesting.
Yeah, I agree.
So they're going to be able to monitor the aircraft taking off from the ground up into the sky and its movement, and be able to detect anything around other aircraft, whether it be crewed or uncrewed.
Right. And see it as an obstacle or themselves as an obstacle. All of this will be incorporated into UTM.
You know how in the past these type of things, like for usage at, like you talk about events, there are other aircraft that can fly around the event that is considered as friendly.
Yes, that's what I like about it.
You can the other aircraft that are not involved in the event are considered as foe.
Right. I like about, that's specifically what I like about UTMs. You could have a drone pilot flying in a no-fly zone because it is on that list as friendly, and everything else would be considered foe in that area. I think that's ingenious. Because at one time, the TFRs used to affect everyone. Now with this UTM, creating your own TFR.
Well, no, you're not creating your own.
Well, yeah, the UTM, Altitude Angel would be creating it, actually.
You can't create your own TFR.
But you can create a no-fly zone.
You could.
Yeah, TFR, you're not.
You could. Altitude Angel has done that for many different things. When they had the big drone convention over in Africa a couple of years ago, they were there. They've done a few of the stadiums and stuff like that. Yeah, everybody has been able to put their bid in for their technology for stadiums.
Hey,
We've
Mark.
covered a couple of different companies that have done Super Bowls since we've been doing this.
Yeah.
It's been even how can I forget the name of this company? Right here in Brooklyn. There's only a couple of drone companies here in Brooklyn. Easy Aerial. They did the Super Bowl a few years back with surveillance with their tethered drones. You're muted. Or am I here by myself? You're muted. Anyway, Lawrence is not here with us anymore. He's here, but he can't hear. Oh, there we go.
I was saying it's my time. I actually pulled the plug on the mic somehow.
Oh, okay. Well,
I'm
yeah, it's
moving
that
around
time.
here.
It's that time to get up out of here.
Yeah, it's that time. It's that time. People are already advertising for the next live stream here.
Ooh.
Don't worry about it.
Don't advertise for no live stream here because I don't come over there and advertise for no live stream.
This is true. We've never gone to someone else's live stream and said, hey, we're coming on Wednesdays, or you have a valid point there, but that's okay.
Come over there and say, yo, we heard that already on those guys. I don't do that either.
Yeah, for real. But anyway, we got to get out, guys.
Yeah, it's time to get up out of here. Thank you guys for coming and hanging out with us, man. We really appreciate you all. Thank you once again. And guys, make sure you get out and fly your drones, exercise your ability to get out and fly. And with that being said, I will see you next time with those guys. Good night, everybody.
Yep, later.
Good night.